Okay, living with bad credit is not easy. In fact, it's the most difficult way to live your life. Having bad credit really sets you apart from everybody else. Um, to ostracize yourself is insane. It really is. There's 10 side effects of having bad credit. Um, let's go over those just one at a time. High interest rates on your credit cards and loans. Okay, uh, most people that have really poor credit, if they actually looked at the loan that they were signing their name under, it would make them sick. Um, Most people that I speak with that are in high interest loans know very little about the terms and conditions of their loans. And I think subconsciously they just know that they can't handle it if they knew how much money they were paying toward interest rates. When you make late payments and you are in default of those type of loans, the the fines, the ramifications from falling behind they're extraordinary. I know people who have paid on a loan for 5 6 years, and they still owe the original balance on that car. So yeah, you want to have better credit. Let's move on to number two. I can get pretty heated about most of these. The second one is credit and loan applications. They may not even be approved. There's a part of me that thinks those are the lucky ones, because those that get approved, like I just said before, you're kind of a sucker. I know you need a car to get to work, and you need those resources available to you, but you're really being taken advantage of. So yeah, the second one is you just may not even be approved at all. When they see you coming, they're going to run in the other direction. Now the third one is difficulty getting approved for an apartment. Um, Now, I don't want to sound biased in any way, but the truth of it is, you're not going to get into any really nice neighborhoods if you don't have really good credit. And most areas, most apartments, most neighborhoods these days, they really are going to create some problems for you if you've got poor credit. That's why sometimes somebody needs a significant other that has good credit so that they can get by on those sort of relationships. Now, the fourth thing is security deposits on utilities. Um, yeah, just forgetting the basics. Oftentimes, they will want security because um, they know at some point you're going to owe them a month. People with poor credit, oftentimes they have utility bills on their credit reports, and if a gas company sees that a previous gas company is still owed a month, they are going to feel the same way about you. When this person has only 30 days left on their rent contract, they're probably going to quit paying our utility bill, and so they want that deposit there so that they get their money. Now, the fifth thing is you can't get a cell phone contract either. This is a toughie, because you may be required to come up with several $100s just to be able to get a cell phone. I myself had to be with a carrier once that didn't do that. They did a month-to-month contract, and I felt that was great. But that's one out of 10 other carriers that I just didn't even have the option to work with them. I'm not, at that time, was going to come up with any money for a little phone that I would also be paying on each month. That's an extra cost that's very difficult to come up with if you are already struggling. These are the kind of things that, just by getting your credit repaired, for a fee, makes so much more sense, because you're going to pay that money in other forms. People, they may have an issue with paying somebody $59 to $99 a month to do credit repair, but here they may have to come up with $300 just like that for a deposit on a cell phone, when they could have had their credit repaired in that time frame. So this route, really, these 10 points, they don't make sense, yet most people are having to deal with these. If you ask me, that is the definition of insanity. Now, the sixth is you might get denied for employment. Some people may think that's absolutely crazy because they've never heard of it. They themselves haven't had to deal with that. But you'd be surprised. More and more companies are doing that today, especially companies that deal with money in any way. Or they are going to spend money on your training, or they are going to lend you tools or equipment that your vocation requires. Now, the seventh thing is higher insurance premiums. This is another one that you're going to just get hit with each month. It makes more sense to fix your credit than paying for these premiums each and every month. For how long? A lifetime. Many years can go by to where you are paying extra money each month for various things in your life. Now, the eighth thing here is, well, probably the most annoying. Calls from debt collectors. If you got good credit, you don't owe debt, you don't have to deal with them. But those of you that are dealing with them know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not a lot of fun. It gets really annoying. It may be happening now, but if you don't get these kind of things checked right now, next year it's going to be the same way with a whole new set of debts, whole new set of collections. You can fix your credit. I deal with people all the time who've done credit repair. 5-6 years later, they need credit repair again. It's the debt collectors hounding them that encourage and will motivate them to get back in contact with me. Seen it a million times. Also, difficulty starting your own business, number 9. With my history, I've done a lot of work with using credit cards to build businesses. Credit cards, not going to get them if you got bad credit. But that goes for pretty much every other type of lending. Even going to your family, if you're somebody that really struggles with poor credit, those closest to you in your life are not going to be very excited to lend you money. But if you can show even those closest to you credit reports, that's a huge mitigating factor in getting your hands on some of that cash. Starting your own business is a business is a whole other entity just like yourself, and you got to take care of it just like you would take care of yourself. You got to baby your business credit just like you would your credit, and so if you're looking to start a business or make more money, do anything different than what you are now, you got to take care of yourself first. You cannot help others or a business until you've helped yourself, and so that just opens a whole new door right there. Other parts of your business are going to be a struggle, an uphill battle if you don't have the good credit to show. Now, the 10th one is difficulty purchasing a car. This is one that I get really heated about because I've done a lot of work with educating people on traps that the average consumer can get into, and one are these car places that will finance you no matter what. The reason why they do that is they are making so much money. A large portion of the people they lend money to can default on loans because those that are paying on their loans on time are paying so much money it would make you absolutely sick. There are people who have had an incomplete payment, so each payment thereafter is incomplete, and there's fees, NSF fees that come with that. You can have a 72-month car note that is your balance is still going to be the original balance. All of those payments for nothing. You don't want to get into a car at a high interest rate. These are the situations where you want to pay for a car in cash, because your nightmares are really going to start to get heavy if you get into a car at a very high interest rate. There are people in cars at 3% interest rates. That's what my last car note was. 3 versus 23%, that's several $100s sometimes. Putting that right back into your pocket just by having good credit. So for any of you that have a vehicle at high interest, it makes no sense at all for you to not do credit repair. It makes none. It's insane. So better your situation by bettering your credit. Life's going to get much better just from there. So, thank you.